What is up, Lark and Ciel fans? Lark104 here with a thought video about Lark and Ciel. So, if you've been following Lark and Ciel's Facebook, which they have, if you haven't liked them yet, I don't know why you haven't followed them yet, but what's interesting about this Facebook page is that they have someone who can read and write English. So, from time to time, this person translates quotes from their book called Words and Words Too. And I find it really interesting that a lot of the stuff that Lark has to say could be really applied to my life and possibly your lives in general. So I figured I'd read a few quotes to you guys and tell you guys what I think, and as well as how it's sort of applied to my life. So just a different mixture from my usual videos. So bear with me. This is unscripted. This one's from Hyde. A very humble quote indeed. All the other band members are amazing in their technique. When I listen to them play, I have this feeling I haven't reached the same level they have. Their guitar, bass, drum skills have really become amazing over the years, and I feel like my singing hasn't reached that level yet. Obviously, Hyde's being modest, and indeed it is a very humble quote. I mean, to us, it seems like, well, Hyde, you're crazy, you know, you're absolutely superb, you're the best. I personally see it that way too, because Hyde's the one who's always pushing his limit, pushing through that boundary, especially back in 2006 when he had his US tour here with his solo name, his band Hyde. You know, he had 4 shows here in California, all sold out. How crazy is that? And it was like sold out in what, less than 3-4 minutes? That's pretty impressive, and I think he's doing really well, especially with now Vamps. You know, he's doing things that a lot of Japanese artists are not doing or couldn't do simply because they're fearing they don't have an audience here, or they won't make money here because of the lack of audience. But Hyde's saying, you know, he doesn't really care. He's just saying, oh, well, if there's an audience out there waiting for me to see it, I gotta go fulfill that. So that's why he went to Chile with Vamps, and he went to a lot of new places with Vamps. He did a world tour with Vamps. I mean, like, a lot of things he can do with Vamps. He's not being restricted by anything. Like, for example, Lark and Ciel's being restricted by Sony. So a lot of the major decision has to go through Sony. But as for Vamps, you know, Hyde started his own record company, Vamp Bros, so he can do whatever, you know, he wants. And I have a lot of respect for Hyde, but I also understand why he's saying this quote, is that this keeps him motivated to always do his best. You know, like, if he thinks he's the best, you know, why should he continue trying? You know, why should he constantly try to improve? So I feel like that quote can really motivate a lot of us, because personally for me, when I hang out with my friends, you know, they always talk about their jobs. You know, they have a really good, you know, they have a great job. I think they have a great job. They get paid what, 20 bucks an hour. And then as for me, you know, I feel inadequate. You know, I mean, when I hang out with my friends, I'm like, oh man, you know, what am I doing with my life? You know, I don't get paid a lot. My hours are unstable, but you know what? I love my job. And I want to show my friends that, you know, I may not be able to get paid 20 bucks an hour, but I want to be able to make it big in some sort of ways, you know, and that's what keeps me motivated, you know, to always constantly strive to better my friends, to be better than my friends, to better my friends, and to better myself, in that sort of sense. You know, it's always like that. I mean, it should be like that, because if you guys think about it, if you guys don't feel that way, then there's possibly there's no way you can improve, or your improvement level will not be as great if you have really no one to compare to. Now, I'm not saying you should always compare yourself to your friends. You know, you shouldn't do that just to like, you know, have some sort of validation in your life. But you should always strive to do your best and to keep up with the competition. You know, it's a bit hard to explain. I know I'm kind of confusing right now, but I'm pretty confused if you guys are even getting some of this. But just, you know, kind of look to your friends as some sort of God, this is hard. Alright, well the point I'm trying to get is don't compare yourself to your friends too much. Do it to the point where you're bettering your life in some ways. Okay? Holy crap. Okay, that one quote just took like what, 5 minutes? Oh man. Originally my intention was to have 4 quotes per video, and it's pretty much gonna be from each member. But seeing how it's during editing, I see that there's like what, each quote took about 3 to 5 minutes long, so obviously I don't want my video to be like 20 to 30 minutes long, so I'm just gonna release 1 quote video a week or per day, or however I feel is necessary, as often as I think they should be released. So bear with me here. Today's quote is just gonna be from Hyde, and then maybe tomorrow or like in a few days I'm gonna release a quote from Ken and my thoughts about it. Okay, so again, thank you guys so much for watching, and tune in for the next quote video.